Openwidewitch Tarot, and it keeps it PG, but I always keep it a G. So let's get into this reading and let's see what comes up. So, collective, I hope you guys are having like a really good day. Just felt like saying, hope you guys are having a good day or night wherever you are. So let's get into this reading. Let's see what comes up. All right, so I feel like at this current time, you guys could be dealing with a situation where there could be something where somebody doesn't trust another person, and for good reason. Because there is a person who, especially a masculine energy, who is just about money. So there's someone who feels like they're mentally betraying themselves in regards to um, being with a person. All right. I also feel like there's something about somebody that is, they have perfect timing. Okay. Because I think there is someone that's realizing that like you're not all about the money, that they cannot buy you. Okay. I also feel like there is something collective where it's just kind of giving me the vibe of you guys are having constant communication. And there is something where somebody could be coming back for unfinished business. There's someone who feels like you're stuck up, but what's so crazy is they are literally helping you with your star status. There's somebody who's saying, oh, such and such stuck up. They think they're better than everybody, but you just have a very high opinion of yourself, and you're just not going to lower yourself to any negative standards. I also feel like there is something where somebody is being very defensive in regards to a situation about you having like a financial opportunity. Um, this is because like you could be not having sexual relationships with a person at this current time, and there's somebody that's trying to spin a situation to what they want it to be. They want to make it look like you are the whole and they're a pimp. That's pretty much what somebody is trying to make something look like at this current time. And it's not working. It's not working at all. It just seems like, honestly, the beneficial thing to this reading is, in so many words, you're starting to, there's an idea, something that you're doing that's very impulsive, but I really feel like at this current time, there's something about justice that is occurring. Okay, you're doing something impulsively, and this is bringing you divine justice that you deserve. And I also feel like there is something about another person who has like a mutual feeling in regards to this situation, because there is somebody that's like going out sad, um, and there is a blessing. Okay, there's a blessing that's coming around for you, but you really have to give it time. Okay, but just do be careful. Do be careful, and just understand that in this current time, you could be dealing with somebody who has a very horrible perspective on you, and the perspective that they have on you isn't true, right? But the vibe is that it's giving is that it makes them look better. But the thing about this is there's something where you do good things, like, and there's something about like you not feeding this person's ego that's making them realize like, oh, you actually really are like a good person. But it's like for some reason this person, and it's not that they don't believe that you're a good person, but it could be the fact that collective at this current time you could just be feeding you need to stop feeding someone's ego. Because honestly, and this is not even about, and I, it really happens sometimes where what you put up with is what you will allow. But it's also a vibe of like, when you really love someone and care for someone, you don't think that you would have to put up with something negative. But you have to look at any situation that you're in. You have to show somebody, even this is literally from your mother, your father, your children, your man, your woman, a stranger, a friend on the street, your teacher, a classmate. You have to show that you know your worth, okay? Because if you don't, anybody, this goes for anyone that you're dealing with, they will run over you if you let them, okay? Now, I'm not gonna lie, children is kind of, it's a different vibe, because one thing about it, you know You could have one of those really, really good kids that they like, I don't care what mama or daddy do to me, I still love them. You know what I'm saying? It did not everybody is so lucky. Okay. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause not everybody's so lucky. But I just feel like collective, there is this vibe of like, you really, really have to be careful about being too nice. Okay. I feel like what's so interesting is that you are dealing with a situation where something could be like, what's so crazy is something is actually making you have a better value about yourself. Because something is having you to put up certain boundaries. And what's so crazy, the boundaries that you're putting up, you're actually putting the boundaries up with the right people. That's what's so crazy. But what's so crazy is like you're putting up boundaries with people that you don't even realize that you should be putting up boundaries with, if that makes sense. So like even a stranger, you're putting up boundaries with strangers. Like, sometimes, when you see a stranger, you're like, oh, they're an outsider, they're not going to do anything to hurt me or hurt my feelings, they can't hurt me. You're just like, no, I believe anybody can hurt me and I'm not going for it. Okay. And sometimes that's literally how you, not even sometimes, but all the times, all the time, that's how you get your respect. Okay. So collective, there's also something where you guys are going to be buying a purchase. Oh, collective. No, okay, so look. Remember when I was saying you have like an idea? So there is something about you having an emotional wish fulfillment from the divine. So there is some sort of idea that you had to to get some sort of justice, or something about an idea where you're receiving justice. And somebody is like, I'm with you on this, because if you receive justice, that the person received justice also. So just know that there's something about you buying a purchase that you didn't think you can buy. And there's something that's going to happen where you're going to get this purchase by any means possible, because you could definitely be someone who is really in your hustle mode. Okay, you could be somebody that's like, I'm not going broke. I got to pay this bill. I got to pay this light bill. I got to pay this car. I got to pay this. I got to pay that. And my bills ain't going to be behind, and I'm not going to be late on nothing. So it seems like you're going to have some sort of an idea that's going to help you to get some sort of money to pay for something, okay? Now, this is the thing, though. Do understand that there is something about... Look, somebody has a second option. This doesn't have to be like a person that they don't have to be cheating on you or anything. This could be a family member. This could be a friend. But somebody finds like another person attractive. Okay. I'm not gonna lie. This is kind of giving me the vibe of like, let me see, because I'm trying to pinpoint if this is another person, because I'm not gonna lie to you. So whoa. So collective, there is something where honestly, somebody, okay, let me get some more cards just to make sure. So collective, I feel like there is something about you're really feeling burnt out with a situation, about an idea that you have that you're trying to put into forward movement, but there could be some sort of conflict or something. And this is about like you getting some sort of a purchase, okay? So while you're trying to purchase someone, so here's an example. You're trying to buy like some food or something, and out of nowhere two people get to arguing, and here you are, you're in the freaking McDonald's line trying to get your goddamn food, and two people are arguing, and you're like, damn, first of all, I got somewhere I gotta hurry up and be, and then this is happening. So then you have to go to another freaking place because these two people are arguing, and pretty much the goddamn on freaking cashier situation is shut down, all because two other people are arguing. Okay. So I feel collective is something like that, and you're just like, dang. And There's people that's like, look, at this current time we arguing, so go to another restaurant. Okay. So it's like you're trying to get some sort of money to purchase something, and in the midst of you trying to get some money to purchase something, there are people that are arguing. Okay. And I also feel like there is something about like your royalty. Okay. You guys, please do understand that there's this vibe of somebody finding you very attractive, because they see like you are able to make something out of nothing with the tools that you have. So this is the vibe like you could be out in the neck of the woods, literally, and you could be able to make a tent out of like the freaking branches on the tree. Okay. And someone sees like regardless what is occurring in your life, you're meant for some sort of royalty. So this is kind of telling me like, okay, you ask some people for some money and they aren't able to give it to you, you get it yourself. Literally, you're like, well, I'll just get the money myself. I just think you were just trying not to struggle, but you're like, hey, it's not going to really affect me. I could still be able to get the money, but yeah. So I feel like collective, there is something where you're moving to a positive situation, okay? And I really, really feel like there's this vibe of like you feeling very defensive. Oh no, somebody's feeling defensive because they're trying to move on to, they're trying to get out of some negative and go to some positive, but they're trying to come towards you. And you're like, hmm. You got a vibe of like you crossed the line, stay there. Okay? So I feel like collective, there is something where you are financially stable, and there another thing collective, I've been kind of feeling this energy a lot lately. Like be humble. Be humble. You know what I'm saying? When you have a situation under control, just make sure to be humble, okay? Don't do too much. Um, and I just feel like collective, I feel like at this current time, there's something about you having financial independence. And I feel like with this financial independence, there is somebody that realizes like you don't need them, but you want them. And there is somebody that kind of sees, like in so many words, like you're not really with them for the money at all. All right. But the thing is, this person, they're one of those people that they need their ego soothed. So it just seems like somebody actually likes finding people who don't soothe their ego. So don't soothe this person's ego. You know what I'm saying? And that can give you more energy to put in the work to where you actually need to put in work. Okay? So I feel collective, there's something where you're going to have a lot of celebrations in the home in regards to a situation about somebody having some sort of maturity. Okay? And I feel like there is some sort of maturity in regards to releasing a situation, all right, and releasing someone and kind of just letting them not fend for themselves, but it's just kind of like, hey, this person is a grown person. They're going to do what they want. And I'm not going to babyfy them, all right? So I feel like collective, you're just not going to babyfy somebody, all right? And I feel like you're releasing someone, and right when you release someone, there's somebody that's like, let's be friends again. Let's be friends again, please. And you're like, yeah, no. So I feel like this is like a another person that's popping up. Well, somebody else's energy is popping up. So collective, there is something where collective, there is something. What? Collective, somebody's wait a minute, somebody's mom wants their person to be with you. I'm not sure, but like somebody mother ended up telling a person like you need to, like, I don't know, somebody was acting arrogant towards you, and somebody's mother is kind of going to check them. Okay? Like, yeah, somebody's mom is going to check them. Hold on, let me. Yeah, because there is honestly somebody that is letting a person know. There, let me say something. Somebody you could be with, somebody is letting, I'm kind of, I don't know if this is a person you're already with and then there's another energy that pops up. But there is someone who, like I honestly feel, look, I feel like you're in a relationship. And if you're not, so if you are in a relationship, there is this vibe of like, there's another person that honestly wants to mess the situation up that you're in. No, no, no. Yeah, they want to. First of all, they want to come towards you and mess up a situation for you. Okay, um, but it's not granted though. It's saying like you're stable with somebody that you're already with. Okay, so that's the first perspective. But what's so interesting is this: if this is the first perspective, this person's mother is telling them like they were acting arrogant and they need to leave you alone because the whole time like this person might not even be good for you. Like they're not your like they're a different vibe than what you require. The second perspective, because I'm reading from multiple people, the second perspective is the vibe of like, if this is just one person specifically that you're with, this person's mother is letting them know like, if you're not going to treat the collective right, you need to leave them alone. Like that's what somebody is letting a person know. Like they're not treating like collective. Somebody is not treating you right. Somebody is not treating you right at all. And I really feel like there is this vibe. I really feel like there is this vibe of like, somebody realized it was a bad idea to be immature. Yeah, some with somebody's ego. Somebody realized it was a bad idea to have like an ego with you because they could have lost you. So collective, I really feel like somebody's mother figure is just about to snap on somebody and let them know like your light is shining and they need to if they ever try to dim it, they need to get the hell on. Okay? So collective, this is the reading. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Until next time, you guys. Bye bye.